You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
And continue on with the COVID madness. We got another story here. Bill Simmons. Bill Simmons here goes off on conflicting mask protocols. You're constantly reminded how stupid all of this is. And I believe this actually had to do with, actually, I'll just go ahead and read this. Travel during the holidays can be stressful in itself, and the Ringer founder Bill Simmons wasn't keen on the added strain of conflicting mask protocols. Simmons said his family traveled back to Boston for the holidays, and the podcast host blasted the blatantly contradictory mask protocols that were required while flying. Oh boy, I know where this is going, man. Quote, "We have to wear the mask, but then everyone just takes the mask off when you eat or you're having a glass of wine," he complained during Monday's episode of The Bill Simmons Show. "What are we doing? Do the masks stay on or do they stay off?" Simmons ranted to Cousin Sal. "Because if I have the mask on 78% of the time, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get COVID the other 22%. So do I need the mask or not?" Now, if I'm not mistaken, Rhodes, didn't the new NBA protocol say that all the players, when they're on the sideline, have the mask up regardless of vaccination status?
Yeah, I think so.
But when you go on the court, you don't need to wear a mask. You don't need to social distance. Kind of
makes
same
no
thing.
sense. No sense.
Doesn't make any sense at all. Like when I went to see Spider-Man, the theater's jam packed, and I go to a movie theater where they serve you food, like a restaurant, and you had some people walking in with masks. I'm like, why are you guys wearing a mask when you guys know y'all going to sit down and order food and eat it? The virus just magically just skips over you because you're eating? That's not the way it works. So I understand what he's saying, because you see that in restaurants too. Well, not out here anymore, but when we had mandates in place, you had to wear a mask when you went in, but we're going to take you to your seat and then you can take the mask off. But if you go to the bathroom, then you got to wear the mask. It just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. None. And, interesting tidbit in this whole thing, because I was listening to this on the podcast this morning. And, Cousin Sal, the guy that's on the podcast on Mondays with Bill, he actually for years has been hosting that Fox betting show with Clavis. And we know how Clay we know how Clay feels about masks. And Bill actually acknowledged, he said, it does make me understand why Clay feels the way he does about some of this. Because they normally don't talk about Clay, because Clay's politics and Bill's politics couldn't be any different,
Right.
Bill's pretty left-leaning. Now he's more left-leaning than he used to be, say 15 years ago when he first started. But he's, in fact, Bill even at one point said he even thought about double masking. And then he was like, that's just ridiculous. What am I doing? He's like, we're pulling the mask down to eat. He said, but the virus is not supposed to come at us just while we've got the mask down eating. But then when we put it back up, he was like, it doesn't make any sense. And remember, this is something that Aaron Rodgers brought up when he was talking to Pat McAfee on that. He said, the whole mask thing doesn't make any sense. He was like, we've got things that prove that it doesn't really keep anything out. And, you've got certain people wearing it. He's like, you've got politicians that's taking it on and off. We've seen the video of like AOC and other entities put their mask on when they know they got a photo op, and then taking it back off as soon as the camera's off. And that's the thing. People are people are becoming more aware of this. And I think that's why you're starting to see how people vote. You're starting to see that change, like we saw in Virginia and like we nearly saw in New Jersey. People don't realize New Jersey almost got a Republican governor.
Razor thin. It shouldn't even been that close.
It shouldn't have been. Nobody expected it. Nobody. They thought he was getting blown away, and it was almost a Republican win.
But the trucker won, though. The trucker in was that New Jersey also? The trucker won. That's right. Yeah, he won
with no real money, by the way.
Yeah,
in his campaign.
I think they said he spent like $200 or something, but he said he actually spent more. About it wasn't a lot. It was like $5,000.
Yeah,
that's only a fraction of the amount of money it usually takes to win.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.